project. That trail is not accurate. So I'm gonna switch to 14routes.com trail, see if that helps. We're going up Columbia right now, and then we're gonna head over to Kit Carson, right there. And then we gotta come back this way and come down. Because coming down on the other side of Kit Carson is pretty loose and sounds very dangerous in the summer. It's much easier to do in the winter when there's, well, in the spring and when there's solid snow, packed snow. So that's where we're at. So here we are, just near the top of Columbia, which is right there, the summit. We camped at Willow Lake and hiked up this morning. It's a freaking long hike from Willow Lake, so even though it kind of sucked camping at Willow Lake, getting there late in the evening, definitely worth camping there and then coming up the next morning. It's a good call. You can see over there great sand dunes and Blanca Ellingwood, Little Bear, and Lindsay. You can see down to Trinchera Peak. You can see Culebra. Over here you can see the east and west Spanish Peaks. That one might be, I don't think that's Columbia Point. I think that's Crestone. That's the Carson Peak and Crestone Needle right there. Humboldt, I believe that guy is Humboldt, or it's the one behind this one, which is Kit Carson. Kit Carson and Crestone's, of course, are 14ers. Columbia's 14er. You might be able to see down here, that's Pikes Peak over there. We got, let's see, we're going up towards Mount Adams with this pokey guy right here. So we're looking at the town of West Cliff over here, and then on up the park over that way. And yeah, you can see Mount Ouray over there, and it's just a gorgeous day. Just over the ridge, I don't know if we can see it from here, but oh yeah, right there. That's San Luis Peak, so that's another 14er out there in the hazy distance. So just beautiful, beautiful day for a hike, and going to see if I can do Kit Carson. Alright, here I am on top of Carson Peak, a 14er down near the town of, between the town of Crestone to the west and Westcliff to the east. And to get to Kit Carson Peak, you have to also go up Challenger Peak, a 14er over in that direction there. We can see some folks on top, including my wife and our friend over there in the orange. Getting up Challenger was a challenge. We actually camped down at just below Willow Lake down there to make it a little bit easier, and glad we did, because the push-up Challenger along this rib, this shaded rib that you see here, is extremely difficult for a Class 2. I would even call the part above that maybe stretching it to Class 3. But looking around, let's see, we got San Luis Peak over here, and Uncompahgre is off in that direction. Over here you can see Mount Ure and then Castle Peak and Snowmass. They're going to be off in there, and as we come around over here, we're actually looking at the collegiates from south to north. So you're looking at Tribano and Tabagosh and Montero and all those guys. Right here, this peak right at the top of this basin, that's Mount Adams. I think that one there is Horn Peak. In the back, you can see Evans and Bierstadt. That's the shade, or the shadowed in the back. And of course, this big guy way in the back is Pikes Peak. Pikes Peak is awesome. You can see it from just about everywhere in Colorado. Amazing. I forgot the name of this guy right here, but this one in the background, the big guy, is Humboldt. That's a 14er. Below here, right here, is Columbia Point. That's a 13er that people often climb up when they're doing Kit Carson. And then, of course, this craggy-looking mountain over here, that's Crestone Peak and Crestone Needle are jumbled together right there. There's another 14er over here. Oh man, what's it called? I forgot the name right now, but as you look beyond Crestone Peak, to the right of it there, you can see the east and west Spanish peaks. And getting on back to that range in the back there, you can actually see Culebra Peak way in the back. And then right in front of that is the Blanca Masses. You got Blanca Peak, is the tallest one there. You got Lindsay on the left, Little Bear right in the middle between Blanca and Ellingwood Point, or sorry, Ellingwood Point's right there next to Blanca, and then Little Bear Peak. And then, coming on down, you're looking at New Mexico, so Trinchera Peak, I believe is what it is, or starts with a T, I forgot right now, but Ute Mountain is that bowl back there, out in the park, the valley. So yeah, just it's been a gorgeous day for a hike, and like I said, not much distance to get up here, only a couple miles from the lake, but still took like 5 hours. And it's probably the slowest pace that I've ever done, and everybody else is about the same. So it's definitely a challenging peak to get up Challenger. And now I get to go back down, so we'll see how that goes. Let me walk over here too. Let's see if we can see Upper Willow Lake. I think I caught a glimpse of that on the way up. Let's see if I can show you. Let's see, where's Upper Willow? No, maybe not. Upper Willow Lake would be right down in that basin. But I don't know if you can tell, but Willow Lake is a beautiful lake with a waterfall coming right off that cliff down to the lake. So, and Upper Willow Lake's going to be down in that hole over there. So yeah, you can see another person coming up Kit Carson. Anyway, another beautiful day for a hike. Glad to be up here.